I know it's tough, the loss just happened, but in the immediate aftermath, just what stands out about a tough game like that?
What stands out about it?
Yeah.
I mean, we lost. We got a lot of stuff to work on as a defense. We got to come back and get better.
You mentioned have a lot of things to work on. Seems like you guys started the game really well, but maybe things got tougher as the game went on. What do you kind of attribute that to?
Communication. We just got to be able to communicate better. We got to stop having my bads. You know, we're deep enough in the season. Even myself, we have to stop. We can't have my bads deep in the drive, and teams can't go 14 play drives on a defense like ours.
Kendal, in that third quarter, they held the ball for almost the full. It was like over 13 minutes. What did they maybe change coming out of the half, or what were some of the problems that you guys had kind of getting off the field as a defense?
Yeah, we just weren't getting off the field on third down. You know, we had offsides, and then we couldn't make the tackles, and you know, we let the quarterback get out and scramble. You know, got to be able to get off the field on third downs. That's what made it go on so long.
Brent said one of the messages was, you know, today's a bad day, but you still got the season in front of you. How do you sort of process that, or kind of think about that so soon after a loss?
I mean, you got to think about it early as you can, because the same way you handle a win, that same way you handle a loss the next day, you got to go in and work and see what you can get better on. You know, we have a long season ahead of us. You know, that was just one game, and if we pout and think about this game for the rest of the season, we can go into the next game, or we can use it for fuel for the next game. We can go out to South Carolina and win, and you know, get our mojo back.
You guys have been just so dominant defensively. I mean, what kind of I don't know, how does the team take that when you get to a point where you've given up some plays, and especially the third down situations?
It's not tough, because, you know, as a defense, we always tell ourselves they're going to make some plays. We have guys on scholarship too, but we just have to shoot ourselves in the foot so many times, and we beat ourselves. And I mean, on the longest run, we got a guy in the backfield, and we just can't make the tackle. You know, so it's just things like that. It's just little things. It's all about the basics. It ain't about the scheme or anybody. It's just about the basics and the details, and keying in on your job.
When it's just kind of the basic stuff like that, like you mentioned, after you guys were so good the first 5 weeks, does that give you just confidence that because it's the basic things, it's easier to fix, or does it make it more frustrating that those things?
I guess kind of like both, because it's so basic and it makes a big difference in the game. But then you're like, okay, if we fix that, we'll be good. So it's kind of like plays a part in both ways, and you know, you get frustrated in the moment. You go back and look at it, and you're like, they're that close to making it the right read or the right play and making the play, and they don't get, you know what I mean? So it's just it goes hand to hand.
Was it kind of a strange week with the whole college football world kind of wondering what was going on with John Tier? Was it strange for you guys dealing with that, or strange even not knowing yourselves what was going on?
It really didn't matter to us. Coach Venables told us, you know, we can't worry about who's our quarterback, because we have to worry about on defense who we're going up against, you know, and Arch Manning, great quarterback. So we wasn't really worried about that going into this week. I mean, I know he told us to stay off social media a lot this week, because it's a whole lot of talk around, you know, John's hand and everything. So, you know, we just come out here and just try to prepare, you know, try not to think about things like that.
How taxing was that third quarter? You know, you got 2 drives of 6 minutes plus for the how taxing was that for you?
I wouldn't say taxing. We just got to get the hell off the field. You know, we have to get off the field on third downs. You know, get our offensive ball. I feel like that hurt us more than anything. You know, they have a 7-minute drive going into the third quarter. They get points out of it. It's hard to, you know, to go to the sideline after that, and you're just like, damn. You see how close you are. Again, I was talking about over there. You know, it's just so hard right there on third down to make the play, and you can get off the field and give our offense the ball. But I mean, it's frustrating in the moment.
It seemed like you made a lot of impact.